Hi everyone, this is Caroline Speaks, the State of Our World on Friday, February 10th, 2023. So what is it? Good, better, and different, all three. Alright, what are some of the major headlines? Ralph Nader on saving Social Security, fighting corporate crime, worker deaths, and launching newspapers. And launching a newspaper. Good. Okay. And we have the Great Escape. Saket Sony on forced immigration, labor. Saket Sony on forced immigrant labor used to clean up climate disasters in the U.S. That's great. Okay. All right. As the rate of climate-fueled disasters intensifies, we speak with author and organizer Saket Sani about the workers who are hired by corporations to clean up after hurricanes, floods, blizzards, and wildfires. Sani's new book, The Great Escape, a true story of forced labor and immigrant dreams in America, focuses on hundreds of Indian workers from the country India who were brought to the United States with false promises and subjected to grueling working conditions at a shipyard in Mississippi. When one of those workers called Sani in 2006 for help, it set off an extraordinary chain of events that led to their escape from the work camp and eventually focused national attention on the plight of the workers. As disasters have grown, this workforce has grown, and these workers do all this without legal protections, that legal status, says Tony, longtime labor organizer and director of Resilience Force, a nonprofit that advocates for immigrant workers to help rebuild after climate disasters. Okay. When there's a climate disaster, the people living in the area could use the work to rebuild their communities, but instead, these corporations hire people, in this case from the country of India, to work for basically nothing with no protections, very poor working conditions, and no path to anything, and no protections if they get injured or hurt. If they get hurt, they just drop them off at a hospital. They take no responsibility for anything. And then there's the company called Signal that has been doing a lot of this stuff. It's terrible, very terrible. Okay, now have to hold them accountable. What are some of the minor headlines? Aid groups warn of secondary disaster as death toll from Turkey and Syria quakes tops 22,000. Those poor people. Hold Turkey and Syria accountable for providing terrible conditions, not helping the people, not providing rescue efforts, and in case of Syria, blocking off paths to get from Syria to Turkey and from Turkey into Syria, because Syria is still fighting the rebels. Okay, Mike Pence subpoenaed in January 6th probe by Special Counsel Jack Smith. Good, hold him accountable. White Mississippi lawmakers approved bill to disenfranchise voters in majority black Jackson, Mississippi. Okay, and these were Republicans in the State House have approved this bill to establish a separate court system and an expanded police force in the city of Jackson, which is 80% black. As the legislation becomes law, it will place Mississippi's Public Safety Commissioner, who is currently white, in charge of an expanded Capitol Police Force in Jackson. Local judges would be handpicked by Mississippi's Supreme Court Chief Justice, who is white, and prosecutors and public defenders would be selected by the state attorney general, who also is white. Voters in every other county court system in Mississippi elect judges and prosecutors. After viewing Turkey's debate in the Mississippi House gallery, Jackson Mayor Tafi Antar Lumumba said, "This reminds me of apartheid, so I hope they will present this becoming a law." Okay, did something in Flint, Michigan because of the water crisis. The governor took over the administration of Flint. Okay, now Democrats slam racism after GOP House Speaker silences black lawmakers. In a discussion, silencing the black lawmakers. That's great. Missouri has had a terrible governor, and they need an administration that protects the people. Eleanor Holmes Norton calls out GOP racism as U.S. House blocks two Washington, D.C. bills. Okay, why are they blocking that? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, Republicans, gotta get them out of office, hold them accountable. Police arrest suspect in assault of Minnesota Representative Angie Craig. She was assaulted in her apartment building, and she got away by throwing hot coffee at the assailant. So I don't know. I'm hoping they catch this person, put him away for good. Okay, now, okay, the rest of the suspects, hopefully they'll hold him, put him away forever. Brazil's Lula makes first official U.S. visit since retaking office. Good. Brazilian environmental police target illegal miners in Yanomami territory amid humanitarian crisis. Illegal miners, they create a humanitarian catastrophes because of disastrous effects of illegal gold mining, which have displaced people, devastated the land, and contaminated rivers with mercury. Hold them accountable. All right. Now, Nicaragua releases 200 plus political prisoners and transfers them to the U.S. Why? I don't know. I'm not sure, but that's what's happening. Okay. Uganda shuts down UN Human Rights Office amid reports of persistent rights abuses. Okay, so Uganda is guilty, and so they shut down the UN Human Rights Office. That's great. Okay, have to get that fixed. Also, Jen Angel, beloved social justice and media activist, writer, and Oakland baker, dies at 48. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your compassion. Thank you for helping. Okay. All right. Okay. Hope you have a happy home in heaven. We're well taken care of. Okay, David Harris, who inspired young people in the 60s to resist the Vietnam War draft, dies at 76. Okay. Rest in peace, Mr. Harris. And one time he was married to Joan Baez. Okay, thank you. Okay. Death toll from Turkey and Syria earthquakes tops 17,000, continues to rise. In Brussels, Ukrainian president pushes bid for EU membership. I hope they get into the European Union. Okay. Probe finds strong indication that Putin approved missiles used to down a passenger jet in 2014. Hold him accountable. White House denies Seymour Hersh report that U.S. sabotaged Nord Stream pipeline. I'm not sure about that. We'll see what happens. Okay, and Antarctic sea ice shrank to lowest extent on record in January. Bad. Climate change. We have to really do better. All right, now, that's what's happening out there. So, joining us. Another meeting of Carolyn Speaks Theater for World. Hope you join us again. Wear a mask, practice social distancing. When the vaccine is ready for you and safe for you, take it. And take care of yourself and others. And remember, kindness goes a long way, a very long way. How about a tiny little song? Hey there, Georgie girl, walking down the street so fancy-free. Nobody you meet would ever see the loneliness there inside you. Hey there, Georgie girl, why do all the boys just pass you by? Could it be you just don't try, or is it the clothes you wear? You're always window shopping, but never stopping to buy. So shed those dowdy feathers and fly a little bit. Hey there, Georgie girl, there's another Georgie deep inside. Bring out all the love you hide, and oh, what a change there'd be. The world would see a new Georgie girl. Okay, Georgie Girl is written by Tom Springfield of the Springfield Folk Group, which included Sister Dusty, who went on to become an international singing star. It was recorded by Dusty and also by the Seekers. Thank you for tuning in this evening of Friday, February 10th, 2023, for another Me and Carolyn Speaks Theater of World. Hope you'll be back again in the future. Take care of yourself and others. Remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Thank you. Good night. Stay safe.